Hi, family and friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Life and In Between with Mrs. N. If you're new on my channel, I'm happy that you have come across me and giving your time to watch me, and I hope that you get to enjoy our channel, which is me and you, of course. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and staying here with me, growing stronger together. So today, this video is like, let's chat, relaxed and everything. So I know a lot of us have been wondering, a lot of people, especially I've met a lot of young ladies that are quite curious about marriage. Most of all, they are curious in terms of, is it something they really want to do in this day and age? You know, women are all independent, women are all doing things their own way, and of course, why do we need a man? And so all those questions, a lot has been happening with marriages. People have different experiences, have seen a lot of other people's lives where they relate with social media. It could cause a lot of confusion, could cause a lot of doubt if that's something you want to do for yourself. So I'm going to speak with a point of my personal experience with marriage. So growing up, marriage was not something that I had aspired to, I did not have that fairy tale that I will work, have kids, get married, have kids, and the work. So that some people, it's a dream, I do understand, but it was never like that. And I was never really that keen or invested in relationships to say, I'm going to be one day dating this person so that one day he can be my husband or anything like that. So when I met my husband, same, we were just falling in love with each other. We were literally getting to know each other. We enjoyed each other's company, and for some reason, a lot of years passed by, and we never even noticed that a lot of years passed by. We keep on having those happy anniversaries and all of that, but it was never really counting the years, because most of the time it was just being us, getting to know each other and just enjoying each other's company and our relationship. So our relationship started off quite strong, and it was quite different. Some people want to ask, how do you know that the person that you're with is actually the one? Well, it was never a matter of he's the one. It was a matter of it's totally so different. Like, I can't explain it to you guys, but the relationship was quite different. How I projected myself was quite different. How I experienced a relationship was quite different. And from the point of just generally dating, holding hands in public, that is something I never did in my previous relationship, but it just happened so naturally, and a matter of calling each other all the time, checking in on one another. Everything was never an effort that is planned. It just came naturally. It was like so fitting and so natural. And so in our relationship, we were quite happy, and we had our own issues, and also a breakup. One day I'll tell you about it, but not today. So when my husband proposed to me, it was never, those movies proposal, anything like this guy, guys. Like, he's a Xhosa guy. He did not do all those grand gestures. The biggest grand gesture was the lobola, him sending his uncles over to my family, and that was the grandest gesture ever of our proposal. And then after, everything was just like add-ons, like the wedding, the engagement ring came after the lobola was negotiated. And when he asked me to marry him, it was never like, oh my god, I don't know what to say, oh my god, yes. It was like, oh, okay, nyan, like, really? It is like, yeah, okay. I'm like, okay, well, I also agree, because he was the man that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. There were no doubts that if I say yes, then I have my reservations. I did not have any reservations, and it also felt like it's just a continuation of our relationship, making it more formal. Families are going to be involved, and so forth, so forth, so forth, and we would be able to live together. So it was more like taking our relationship to the next level, because also marriage doesn't mean that the working in the relationship stops. So it was like another level, and that we also realized once we were married that there are also other levels that we kept on unlocking in the marriage. So now going back to the fact that about doubt about marriage, if you are with the right person, I feel like everything is so effortless. I feel like everything will fall into place, and your heart will know if a person is the right person that you want to be with, and if you are in it for all the right reasons, of which what matters to you. Does this person define the same way they define love? Although you may love differently, but the main point is that you define love in the same way. It has to be major important, your goals are aligned, your beliefs are not contradicting, and the nitty-gritties of living with a person. If you want to have a marriage that works, I really think that your partner should be your friend, because it's quite difficult if you're living with a person who is like your partner, but you have your friends and you can't really relate with each other, generally only romantically, because it's not always romantic side of it. Sometimes you just have this person who's your housemate and who is like a really cool person, so you get along with this person besides the romance or anything, or you can also quite rely on them. They are your best hand, you know. So coming to doubt, I never really projected what has happened to other people's experiences, read the internet, celebrities getting married and breaking up, families, you know, those marriages that you look at and you're like, what on earth are these marriages on about, you know, that you see that are close to you and you're like, this is not what I want. And especially us, young people, Black South Africans, the ideal marriage is not really something that we mostly see in our day-to-day. We also have been raised in such a conservative manner that we think loving loudly is some sort of shameful, or a man should never show affection, adoration to their partner. It's some things that we never really see, but what I saw that is that each one of us have to create their own magic, right? Their own stories. I mean, when you're married, you have children and they look up to you. They also try and navigate what is a relationship. I'll say something really quick. With us Black families, it's quite difficult to be able to be in it and show emotions, because that's something that even our parents struggled with. There's quite a few that would say that their parents were actually loving, patient, and openly communicating with each other as parents and as well as to the children. So also have that in mind, that maybe it's time your beliefs with your partner. Where do you want to navigate your relationship? What do you want to model to your children? So you never have to doubt that marriage could work. It can very much work. You just have to have your own values, you have to have your own traditions, you have to want the same things, that is happiness, you know, those family values that you create. It's either that you have inherited from your family, or you've wanted within you and you want to give it a try and sort of have a different perspective on how you want your family to work. So marriage is not a lost cause. It has been one of the most beautiful journeys that I've been on, and I must say that getting married has brought out the best in me. And I wish if everyone who considers that marriage is a blessing to get to experience the best out of it. I mean, it's a blessing to have one person that you wake up and do life with and have success in that, and come back to each other. If you fall, you have someone who can help you pick you up, who can love you unconditionally. Even those conditions, when they come, it's intentionally to weather the conditional part and go through life as if this is the best shot I've got and I'm living it to the fullest. So marriage is the most beautiful thing, I believe. And if it was up to me, if everyone would be able to fall in love, would actually get married and create their magic. Imagine raising children with the same values in love and warmth, and who see that the world can be a better place from home going out to the world. So I know there's a lot of factors. People say that you never trust a person fully, and I completely say disregard that. That is the rule, the ruiner and the killer of happiness, pure happiness. Because if you have the mentality that you must keep a room for disappointment, I mean, getting married means I'm giving my best shot in life and I'm living it to the fullest. So imagine going in there with the mentality that what if it fails? What if it never works out? I feel like you are mentally sabotaging yourself and actually one step closer to actually destroying what you think you want forever. So go in with the purest heart. Go in with, I want to give 110%. If you thinking that way and your partner thinks that way, I mean, I know that it would be magical for you guys. And also, to be very honest, honesty is the best recipe to any relationship. I mean, friendship, family. If you are honest and you are very upfront, I feel like a lot of things that fell through the cracks is because of dishonesty, lack of communication, so forth, so forth. So if you communicate, if you allow yourself to be vulnerable and you are honest, I feel like those are the keys to a marriage, and also to love, the decision to wake up and commit and love, guys. I feel like that never wavers out of the way. And I feel I use a lot of I because those are my personal thoughts and my experiences, that it's been amazing. When I say amazing, it's also nice to see that a fight, like argument, disagreement, well, doesn't always necessarily mean it's over. In relationship, it's easy to just walk away because you don't agree on something. But marriage has that mentality. We're in it for the long haul. We're in it forever. So it's best that we fix things. It doesn't give you room to actually run away from your problems, because when you do, you actually know that I just contributed a negative into this, and the more negatives you are, it's like depleting your marriage unity. So in that 110%, you always work best to keep that and maintain it, because one negative thought equals to minus from the 110%. It's always best that you are always thinking of the other person. Individualism is existing, but your marriage requires you guys to be a unity and to be a team. It may not always be easy, but it's very much doable when you learn each other and you always want to do good by one another, and you do listen to each other's opinion, thoughts, caring, and you want to make the other person happy and you care about their feelings, so forth. So mainly, marriage only works if you try to be selfless. Selfishness causes a lot of rift, although you may want to express yourself as an individual, but it's also important to know that you're in it with someone else, and it takes two to tango. So yeah, I wanted to share this piece because yes, my husband is traveling. He's in Europe currently, and you know what they're saying, that it goes, the distance grows the heart fonder, and it's exactly what it's done. It's given me a chance to actually reflect and appreciate a lot of things, and I mean, I've been quite happy to realize that I'm in the best position in my life that I've ever been. And part of the things that I feel that I'm happy and content on have come through my marriage. So I would really encourage you, if you are thinking of getting married but you are very doubtful of what the world has turned into, go for it. No person is the same, and never project other people's experiences onto yours unless it's positivity, because if it's positive, the only bad thing that can ever happen is only disappointment from that. It's falling um a little bit closer to the finish line than actually not even going there to even start the race. So do try it, do give it a try, do give it your all. And after all, we are here to live our best lives. Make sure that you do it healthily. And also, guys, it's not important to commit in relationships that are not healthy. I mean, we know that also abuse in South Africa is currently at its peak. Years with someone don't mean anything. It's actions that work. As I've mentioned to you, that many years have passed with me dating my husband, and also us getting married. But every time someone asks, how long have you been with your husband, I always have to literally go back mentally and count, because I really don't count the years. What matters is the content of what we have, and it's extremely been good and filled with so much happiness and filled with so much wholesomeness, and it's a lot of positivity for me. And I totally enjoy being married to my husband. I feel like I never imagined my life would turn out the way it has turned out. And also, I never knew that I am capable of saying I'm a wifey. I am quite a wifey, guys. Like, I'm a wifey. When it comes to my husband, I am my husband's wife. You must get that. I'm Mrs. N, guys. Please call me that, nothing more. Also, yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you are beaming with your relationships, and hoping that your dreams do come true as a couple, and that you are blessed, and with a lot of your dreams do come true as you work together. And yeah, cheers.